this is Björn Lundberg. Welcome to Threefold Talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Threefold Talk. How y'all doing?
Wow, that was a Bjorn and Rob blend there. That was weird. Did you hear it like that too?
No, I think that was just
No.
Did you get a delay?
Just me?
Yeah.
I must have,
Did I?
because you were talking at the same time as Bjorn. That was so crazy.
Oh.
Anyway,
Okay,
cool.
so
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
welcome to Threefold Talk.
It's really been you the whole time, Rob, isn't
It's
it?
been me this time, obviously. I'm
Oh
secretly
my god, your
6'6".
Bjorn impression is so good. It's so good. Look, guys, I got a new shirt. It's awesome. Woo! Look at my
Love it.
angry goose. Angry goose.
Yeah.
Not carrying a toothbrush, as I, in the pre-show, accidentally thought it was. Because I just,
Why do you have
Mel
a goose
shifted.
with a
I'm like,
toothbrush?
if you got a goose on your shirt carrying a toothbrush? It was so quick when she moved, I just saw a goose. I didn't see the text or the flag. And I was like, oh no, when you then showed us properly, I'm like, that's the trans flag. That makes sense, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, a trans flag in toothbrush form, I guess, would be cool.
It would work. You could do it.
It would work.
It would work.
You could absolutely pull
Yeah.
that off.
Yeah.
Especially one of those like dissolvey like this is when you know your toothbrush is like when you hit
Yeah.
the middle stripe, then you need to replace your toothbrush.
Yep, it would totally work.
It's that white stripe, man. Those are
Yeah.
that's when you need
Look,
to cut it off.
Heather
Switch it.
Sadai is approving of the toothbrush jokes, so it's going to be a thing. So I just realized, because I was messing around with things earlier today, that the background is not selected for some reason. So there we go. That looks better. We look prettier now. I was like, why was it dark today? The background wasn't there. So yes, if you are unfamiliar and you've randomly turned up 5 years into Threefold Talk and you're like, what? What is this? We are a Will-Time themed live show every Thursday, typically. Occasionally we miss one. And because the idiots at Amazon decided no more TV show, we wanted to do something extra as well as talk about Wheel-Time stuff, which we do whenever we can. And so we are reading The Expanse because I and my wonderful goose-coveted cohort here are first-time readers. Mel is also a watcher, but has watched it once a long time ago. And then above us are the experts who have read and watched the entirety of The Expanse in literature and visual mediums.
Yeah,
I love that.
there's so many medias.
So
We haven't even talked about comic books or anything, or games
Video
yet.
games, yeah. Like RPG.
RPG.
Wait, can we?
Mhm.
Is it like? Please tell me there's like a 4-player version of the video game, or we can just play the video game.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
It's not
coming out
yet, is it?
There's a game soon.
Yeah,
You know
soon.
what? I'll because Beth Doman, friend of the pod, is very actively tracking that game, and she keeps me posted on the details because I'm not in the gaming world. I'm not a gamer. But when it comes out, one of the things is I want to watch her play it because she is amazing. She streams on her
It's
Twitch
a lot of fun
channel.
to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's so much fun to watch. She's super engaging. She's very knowledgeable, but she's also a huge Expanse fan. So, anyways, I'll take an action
I
item
love
too.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
there's a multiplayer
Take an action
version,
item,
it
would
would
you?
be really fun if we could all play it together.
And yeah, I was just
Yeah,
curious.
Rob asked if we could have
curious about
foreplay.
foreplay. I was curious about foreplay. Okay, people. And for those listening, because we are available as an audio podcast as well as the video version on YouTube of the live show. I'm saying that multiple times now because I put up the comment of Heather Sadai saying, "Wait, did you say foreplay?" And obviously, I meant 4-player. But you know, we here at Threefold Talk, we enjoy MLUendo, and it was too good to pass up. So anyway,
Play. There's 4 of us.
yeah, exactly. It was there. It was primed. I saw an opportunity and I seized it.
Yeah,
It is a good description of foreplay.
Yeah, I'll be the one stuck in the corner the whole time, and that works in so many different levels. So
There's your commenting section for this week's
Girl.
episode. Everybody.
Come out of the corner. Come out of the corner.
I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna throw it everywhere. I think as we were chatting in pre-show when Mel was showing off
We
a
were.
goose.
My goose.
We
Her
discussed
geese. Both of her geese. Oh, sorry.
about how much news there was in the last 24
So
hours.
much news.
So much news,
News.
people. So
So
we need
much.
to get Michael and Kate in here so we can talk about lots of Wheeler Timey news.
News.
Spear brothers and sisters,
It is time to cover up your face.
for the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spears with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
All right.
Emmys,
Kick
you
it off,
found this
Leigh-A.
one.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Emmys.
So
Oh,
I'm,
you're muted.
so I'm muted?
No, you're
No.
good.
Oh, okay. I did find this one. So everybody, Kit Roca's books, The Deal with the Devil series. I can't remember what the actual name of the series is right now. All 3 books on all of the
Broken Circle.
platforms that Broken Circle. Thank you. On all the platforms that they are on are $2.99 each. All in April. That's like, what are they all called? There, well, besides Kindle, there's like not Noob. What's that one called? Zoob? I can't remember. Noob, something like that.
I don't know anymore.
But there's a few of them
get
that
the
you can choose
ebook,
from.
You can get the audiobook.
That's right. So if you go into her website, you can see all the different places you can order from. So pretty cool.
Yeah. And if you're not familiar with this series, basically it's about a bunch of librarians who are trying to like make a library, but the world has gone to shit. So then they have to like basically fight for, you know, human rights and equality and stuff and become like rogue, like mercenaries to help humanity survive and knowledge survive. So
So
it's
extremely fictional then.
It's an extremely fictional and weirdly,
Well, it's-
oddly, like presciently relevant series.
It's
to
like a
read.
post-apocalyptic, yeah. So,
Yeah,
like, the
yeah,
world has
and-
kind of, like, there was, like, a nuclear something, and...
Well, until you went like mercenary, I was like, that feels like a job of a librarian right now.
It's exactly what is happening right now, but if you imagine the entire like American like political structure just completely
Yeah.
collapses, that's kind of what this is about. So it's almost like how do you fight back in a world where all the things that you know and love have
Yeah.
been destroyed. So almost like a primer plus hot erotic good stuff on top of those things. So it's
Lots of that.
It's
Yeah.
just like a delicious series.
you know we
to
like that
invest
stuff here,
in.
so you know.
Yes.
Love it.
And we
Love
love
it.
them, and they're and Bree and Donna who write these books are amazing humans on top of
Yeah.
that. And they use their authorship to translate that into mutual aid and human action for all sorts of good purposes. So support these amazing humans who live
Yeah.
in freaking Alabama. Like they live
And
in
they-
Alabama.
They have come out and said that because of the activism that they've been doing recently, they have slowed their publishing pace, which means that the income that they were
Yes.
planning on isn't really coming in. So like these flash sales will help them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because they've, done so many pivots, especially since, November, December of 2025 to try and help like the real world, the humans of the real world, and use their massive fan base towards
Mhm.
collective action to support humanity. That they haven't released any more books. So and there was a huge quest on their part to get, because of the relevance of these novels, to get their publisher to agree to extremely discount them because of how relevant they are. And this is also a support of a support of collectively getting the publishing world to recognize how more people need to get these books in their hands.
Yep.
Because they inspire you to act. So go forth. And
It's
enjoy.
escapism and inspiring all at the same time.
Yeah,
It's true.
absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
very, very true.
Thank you, Mel.
Yeah.
All right. Next piece of news is also community based. So Jordan Rennells, who had, as many of you know, is working on the soundscapes for the Wheel of Time, has been nominated by the Tolkien Society Awards for 2026. So you can go to this site. I'll post it in the chat. Yeah. And oh gosh, I meant to remember, you can vote, I think, through next week. So voting will be open. Yeah. So once I get past this, I will
We'll get that link in chat for you people. So
Yep.
you can get there
Yay,
and vote
Jordan.
for Jim.
Yeah. But
Go,
yeah, so
Jordan.
he does such amazing work, and he's so active in all the communities that he does these soundscapes for. So the fact that he's getting acknowledged by the Tolkien community is amazing. So,
Agreed.
It's pretty cool.
all right, and Rob, I think this one is you.
Yeah, if you are familiar with this lady, that's because you've watched Wheel of Time and many great movies, and you've maybe been to the theatre if you're lucky enough to live in the UK and see her perform Inter Alia, where she's virtually on stage the entire time with no break, and I mean she's off stage for about 30 seconds at max, and you still hear her talking from off stage. This woman is literally
Amazing.
acting non-stop for 90 minutes, flawlessly moving and just telling an incredible story, a very challenging story. This is an incredible play. Well, if you don't live in the UK and you couldn't get to London, have no fear, because maybe you can get to New York next November. Okay,
This November.
This November.
I mean
Yeah.
the next November coming. I don't know why I'd said it
Yeah.
that way, but I mean November 2026. Tickets go on sale May the 1st for you to go see this in the Big Apple. So if you live in America and you really want to see Rosamund perform in this play, and she is sensational. Like she's up for an Olivier this weekend, which is our
Yep.
Tony Awards here. And I'd be shocked if she didn't win it, in all seriousness. Seriously, you need to go see it. It's great. So get yourself ready to buy a ticket on May 1st so you can go to the Big Apple and see her from November 10th, 2026.
And I will be organizing at least one weekend trip to go see this. So go to the Malkier Talks Discord channel. We'll figure out where we'll have those conversations. But I definitely want to do what Rob and a lot of the Europeans do and get a big group together and go. I'm about
It's a
a
lot of
3.5
fun.
4 hour train ride away from New York, and I just think it'd be a lot of fun to,
Yeah.
show up those Brits and those Europeans.
Shout out to Noman Garden in chat right now. For the previous news note, is Jordan our Tolkien Wetlander?
Oh, I
love
love
that.
So true.
That's so good.
good.
That, for me, that's a ramen rattle right there.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that is amazing. He 100% is our Tolkien.
Yes. All right. What's the next piece of news?
The next piece of news. Oh, I gotta switch screens again. I don't know who brought this up.
That was me.
Okay, go.
Yes.
That was me. So, Azuka, how do I say her name? I can't say it right now. She is Hoyle, is her last name. She played Dana in Wheel of Time, as you all know, and she was excellent in that series. I saw her in another series made in England too that she was really good in. But now she's coming out with this kind of thriller series. The 25th, I believe, is what it says when it comes out. So if you want to support our lovely actress that we love so much, April 30th. Thank you. It's coming up this month. Obviously, probably not available in the States right away, but if you are lucky enough to live over in the UK or maybe also in Europe, you will find this show. So pretty excited for her and me eventually when I get to see this, because this looks like my cup of tea.
Oh, it looks
Yeah,
so
it looks
good.
like a whole thing, Prisoner. And as Mel has just put in chat, look, is the famous author of Deal with the Devil, mostly Bree in chat. Hello, Bree.
Oh, Bree, you missed us.
We gotta show it again.
Yeah, we just talked about these beautiful books that are currently on sale in April for $2.99 each. And we were directed
What a deal.
You can
To find
buy
out later.
these books directly from the author who's in the chat now. If you have any questions, ask her because she's amazing. And
like we said, friend of the pod.
No spoilers, though.
No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers.
I mean, we did kind of spoil.
No spoilers.
We said they were librarians.
Yeah.
They heart books.
We gave them a
fascism with books. Hooray!
Yes. Absolutely.
Hooray! My favorite way. Except with the stabby stab. That's my second favorite way.
The stabby stab's good. Yeah,
The second favorite? Come on.
I mean, it depends on the day. Sometimes I'm in the mood for words. Sometimes stabs.
What was up after Azuka?
All right, so we've got
like multiple news pieces at the moment.
A couple.
So much news.
We'll go through these really quickly. These are more. We're expanding since this is expanding.
That's right.
People talk. We're starting to share some Expanse news. So one of the actresses who plays Naomi, who is fucking amazing, in the show. For those of you who are show watchers, she is going to be at East European Comic Con on April 25th.
It's in Romania. If anyone's
it's in
curious
Romania. Is this the one that Maureen from MalkieriCon goes to? Yes,
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have to ask her to maybe go get a picture. Or,
if she's
I don't know.
there,
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. And then another bit.
Wait, before you turn that, can we just go back really quick and just scroll up a little so we can just appreciate Naomi just a little bit?
She's so amazing. And if you haven't watched
the show,
go on. But she is in Legacy of Monsters, which is on Apple TV. So alongside Kurt Russell.
Is that the Monarch thing? Is that why it says Monarch there as well?
Yeah, Legacy of Monarch. Yep.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that.
Right.
It's very good. Anyways, that is another topic for another time and another show.
Fair enough.
Rob, what do you think about this Naomi? Does she fit your mental image of Naomi?
I think she's a bit cooler than what I was imagining.
She's very cool.
This is her kind of.
I'm that person who, when I visualize people when I'm reading a story, I don't generally fill in many details, and I often don't fully read the character description. So sometimes, for example, I'm rereading Mistborn at the moment because of finishing the second set of books, and I'm like, there's some bits that call back to the first series, the first trilogy, so I'm going to reread that and pick up on some things if I can. I keep thinking of Vin being like a teeny tiny 12-year-old who hasn't had her growth spurt, when really she's an 18-year-old woman who's actually like 5 foot tall. But I keep thinking of her like a 3 foot tall 12-year-old, and I'm like, that's not actually how tall she is.
Oh, so like the same height as Holden.
Yes, same height as Holden. So I am terrible for like picking up on the minutiae of a character's description. So when I read Naomi, I was just like, tall, powerful woman who just holds her own and is a fucking badass. And I was just like, that was just the vibe of what I saw in my head. So this is cooler because this actually gives me a real visual. And yeah, this Dominique is giving Naomi right here.
She's giving Naomi.
Yeah, just let her cook.
Naomi can do no wrong. That's pretty much my opinion.
So true. All right, last bit of news, and then we can get into these chapters. There is an Expanse meetup during Fan Expo Canada in Toronto in August. So they're hoping to pack the convention with Expanse actors, writers, directors, panelists, and all the other exciting things. So, and if anybody's interested, I can, and wanting to go to Toronto, we'll also put this link into the chat if that is something that
I feel like we need an Expanse news channel in the server now. So
I know.
Right? Yeah, I feel like we need to do that.
It's pretty cool.
It's very exciting.
All right. I have a piece of news to discuss before we get into the space book. It's nothing crazy, don't worry, folks. But if for some reason you've not been paying attention, there are 4 people in space right now.
Yes, there
Flying.
So
the
true.
mission. A few days ago, they were further out from the Earth than human beings have ever been. They are currently like an hour ago, maybe not even that actually. About an hour ago, they just got past the halfway mark back from the moon. As you can see here, this is the visualization of what's going on at the moment. I mean, they are only 118,000 miles away. They are traveling at 3,376 miles per hour currently. By the time they hit the atmosphere tomorrow, they will be traveling at like 34,000 feet per second or something stupid like that. It's ridiculous how fast it is. I forget what it is. It's like 32 times the speed of sound. So they splash down tomorrow in the Pacific at 5:07 Pacific, 8:07 p.m. Eastern, which if you're here in the UK, that's 7 minutes past 1 in the morning, Saturday morning technically. So you need to be paying attention because this is awesome stuff. So I just wanted to shout out this mission and the astronauts before we get into our astronaut book. So,
Sweet.
I've been watching it a lot and crying a lot.
It's
No
beautiful.
shame.
It's been beautiful, and they seem like people who just love each other very much. They've been together training for this mission for such a long time, and you can see how much they appreciate each other and the people on the ground who are like enabling them to do this mission. And it's just been really heartening, honestly, to see it happen in the midst of so much chaos here on Earth. And the messages they've been sending back are about love and about choosing Earth and choosing humanity, and it's been really inspiring.
It is. Go and watch some of the clips, people. It's really, really incredible stuff. And yeah, just as in chat, Winsley asked, splashdown is 8:07 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. That's when they actually splash. You want to be watching probably an hour before that so you can get all the build up and actually see as much as they're able to show you, because obviously they're bursting through the atmosphere at a high speed and they can't video all of that, obviously. The live cameras don't work after a certain point, and some of them are on the module that gets destroyed after they come in. So yeah, but it's pretty awesome.
Super cool.
I basically had the YouTube channel on all week long. So
all the cool people started 7 minutes after. I'm just saying,
Yeah, it's 7 minutes after. It's the cool thing to do. So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
I just think it's pretty, like, mathematically fantastic that they know exactly when they're gonna end up in the ocean. Like, that's so cool. Like, there's so much math.
They can work out how much distance they've traveled from start to finish, and it's like just a fraction shy. It's like 4,000 miles shy. Oh, purring, bless.
Sorry, distracted by cat.
That's okay.
Sorry.
It's about 4,000 miles shy of 700,000 miles that ship will have traveled from takeoff to splash landing.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
So it's just insane, and they're getting back from the moon in like half the time it took them to get there because of the speed up
really
and
cool
the
too.
gravity assists and things like that. So
and all those things.
it's insane. It really is insane. So, but yeah, go watch it, folks. Even if you just want to catch clips of things, like go see some of their interviews they've done with regular news channels and not politicians. Although the one with the politicians today was okay. I'll say that one was alright.
The Canadian Prime Minister was hilarious because he was more
That was
concerned
great.
about make sure that they're using maple syrup on their pancakes and not Nutella.
But Nutella is the surprise winner of the
Do you know what? I was watching that when that happened.
Yeah.
I was just sat there, like, just staring at the screen. I like had my book. It was one of my books. I was just there and I looked across, and then suddenly the Nutella just flew across the screen. I'm like, look how fucking Nutella in space. That's so cool.
Honestly, if Nutella doesn't take advantage of that clip in advertisement.
Oh my god, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
I hope they do. I love that. Yes. That's so cool. And but also, like, what a good descriptor of like the kinds of foods that make sense in 0G or almost 0G and what doesn't. I mean, because
null
like,
G.
peanut butter makes a whole lot of sense, and peanut butter like materials because it all just like clumps together.
It's a paste, It's not gonna really fly apart.
Yeah.
It's not gonna crumble.
Yeah. Like
And
trying to put
clog
like
up
a
the filters.
if you had something and you were trying to put like hot sauce on it or whatever, like that's just not going to work very well, is it? You know, it's got to be thick and pasty. It's the way to work. So yeah, or they contain it like
it
the
just might spread to places you don't want it to spread.
Because you don't want it to look like this.
No.
Yeah.
That is
no
so
hot
true.
sauce balls floating through the air.
No balls of hot sauce. Okay, 26 minutes in. It's 1:30. I think we have talked to news, and I side quested us onto Artemis long enough. It is time, ladies and gents, to get into chapters 23 and 24 of Leviathan Wakes. So take it away, Heather Sedai. That's so true, LBF. It's really, really beautiful. So.
Ugh. It
Yeah.
just I like everything stops when I listen to that.
So good.
It is really, really good. So, okay. Who's doing the recap?
Who am
Me?
I pointing at? This one. I'm pointing at this one.
Me?
Elise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elise. All right. Cap us,
Okay,
baby.
hold on. Okay. So, finally, the worlds are coming together. Chapter 23, Holden. Shocker, it's Holden. They are off the ship on Eros. And they all get, walk in. And Holden's like, ugh, I hate it. And Amos is like, ooh, I love it. And Naomi's like, ugh, I hate it. And Alex is like, ooh, I love it. And so we've got this little dichotomy going on of the love for the casino life and the love for not casino life going on. Bless you. They start walking to find, who are they finding? Lionel Polanski. So they start walking and Polanski. And so then they start walking, and as they're walking, Amos, not Alex, is like, hey man, we're being followed. And so Holden's like, whatever, we're not doing anything illegal. We're just going to keep walking. They can't, if it's a cop, they can't bust us. We're knocking on the door. So they keep walking and walking, and they get to this room, and he says, is our tail still with us? And they say, yes. And he knocks. So he goes into this very, very dirty flop house, and he sees a woman sitting there, and there's just like this automatic little kiosk thing to find the right room. And as they're standing there, the lady sitting down, who's like, what they say, mid-50s or something, just randomly sitting there, puts a gun to them and says, you pretty much have to come with me. And because I've got this gun, and they're like, no, well, his gun is bigger. And I think that's Amos pulls out his gun, and then all of a sudden these guys jump out from the stairwell down the hallway, and all this shooting starts, and it's like bang, 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 bang. And then all of a sudden this guy comes in, they don't know, he starts shooting, everybody's shooting, and Holden's like, don't kill the guy in the hat. And so they don't kill the guy in the hat, which is Miller, and they're shooting, and then all of a sudden, as the shots die down, Miller kills someone right at the door pretty badly. And Holden's like, are you a cop? And he's like, no. And he said, no, my name's Miller. So in the next chapter, from Miller's point of view, he, looks down to the guy he just totally wasted and realizes that this was not a great effort from the people that were shooting against Miller and the Rossi crew. And he calls them slapdash, which is an interesting word used in this book, I think. And then they all get to know each other. Miller starts checking out each one of the crew, making his own visual judgments about each one of them, which I find very interesting, which I'm sure we'll get into. And Holden's like, you're not the cops? And he's like, no, I got to call the cops right now. So he calls his friend Simba, and he calls in and says, hey, man, there's been some shots. And Simba's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, are there, dead people? Yes, there's dead people. So he tells them where there are. And Miller basically says, they don't call them right now. We're all in, up Schitt's Creek. And so then he also tells, as they get to know each other, Miller tells them, oh, yeah, the OPA told me that you were coming here. And they're like, they just told you that? That's really great. So they're pretty pissed about that. But so far, they decide to trust Miller. So they all start walking down the corridor to where Lionel Polanski is. They knock on the door. Nobody answers. Amos kicks the door in, and they walk in. All the lights are off. They can't see shit. They're walking around, and they go around, and they see the stuff on the floor. There's broken lights. They don't know what's going on. They turn a corner into the very shitty, bathroom. Shithole. It's a shithole for sure. And they see what Miller knows as Julie Mao in the shower on the floor with weird things growing out of her all over her body, growing out like this into the lights or the walls or wherever it's going. And they pretty much end the chapter that way, and the coroner's going to come. And that's all we see. Did I get that all right? That was a Saturday read.
Felt accurate to me.
Okay.
If anyone is not in the server or did not check out the channel for these two chapters in the forum, because I'm trying to make sure I create the channels as soon as I finish reading them, or in the case of this week, where I read on Friday or Saturday or something, I put in 2 emojis after I read each chapter. And the first one was like a woman just being like, it's happening, because they were meeting and I was so happy. And I'm like, yeah, they're going to meet. And then the reaction to the second chapter was Darth Vader just going, no! So, yeah, that's my feelings summed up. So good show, everybody.
I'd really like to know what predictions we have totally.
Look, I want to be clear. I knew when I said Alex instead of Amos, I knew in my heart of hearts that I was throwing Alex a bone, and I was going to be wrong on that part. But I do want to point out that Amos was only looking because Holden told him to look. So.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay.
And Lifeline 4 was thrown in the super chat. Oh my god, question for me apparently. Well, thank you for that donation. Question for Rob that can be answered now or later when we get there. Is Julie still the protagonist per initial prediction?
Ooh.
I mean, she's dead.
Is she though?
So was she really the protagonist, I guess is what we're asking, right? Light-Blinded Fool?
We can mull over it as we go through.
We can mull over it.
And you can think about that. Okay. So this is going to go a little bit in reverse order just because it's easier for me to do it this way. So, so we've already discussed it was Alex. It was not Alex, which was Rob.
No, it was Amos.
Yeah, womp, womp, womp. Which I was laughing so hard when you said that last week. I was like, we're literally going to find out next week.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we found out because it's taken ages to find out anything in this book so far.
We found out so many things so quickly.
And then Rob said 70% chance that Polanski is Julie. So
good job, Rob.
But Mel thought Polanski was Dawes.
Yeah.
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 I
Um,
mean, to be honest, I was just trying to throw Rob off, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. And then
That's a hard thing to
Herp,
forget
herp.
if you've seen the show.
yeah.
I mean, based on the thumbnail, you like that we went through a few thumbnail choices
I was
this
like,
week. The first one
yeah.
was a dark and creepy. I was like, yeah, it was. I
It's
imagine
a
if
hard
you
thing
said
to
that,
forget.
yeah, that one stays in the memory banks. So
I was like, but I mean, I wanted to leave it open for the show to have gone a different direction than the books. I wanted
That's
to leave
fair.
that.
No, that's fair.
totally fair. Yeah.
So there was a prediction I didn't write down who, but I'm assuming this is Rob. Julie ends up with the crew of the Tachi, which
that
turns
was
into
me. Yes.
yeah. So
Sorry, Rob.
I think I
No.
predicted that she would get the
It's like
Ristorante
halfway,
as well.
right? They're all there. The crew of
well,
the Tachi is there, right? So I
They're
mean,
all there.
we could do a poll. We could do a poll. So
We can do. We can do.
we
polls
can say
about this
confirmed
now,
or
so-
denied. Did Julie end up with the crew of the Tachi?
Okay, 1 second.
Yes or
Is
no?
she really dead though?
I feel
She
like that's
looks
what
pretty dead.
Ask me.
If you have placentamon growing out of your who knows what, is that death? That still seems like a form of life to me.
is that placentamon?
I don't know. I feel like it is. If it's
What do you
growing
think,
out
Rob?
of her vulva, which is what that says in the book, which I would like to say, I highly appreciate the authors using the correct anatomical phrase to describe the external female genitalia, because most people default to vagina, which is not the external
Accurate.
genitalia. And so, like it's like Tarvalon is not Vagina Island, it's Vulva Island, but
It is
whatever.
Vulva Island,
Anyway,
this is
let's
true, yeah.
continue. But like
You have to wonder, do you think that they wrote it that way or a female editor might have caught that?
whomever, I give them props for like
That's
writing
right.
it correctly. I approve of this usage. Anyway, but like is she dead if there are things growing out of her? I'm not 100% like, because it's a different form of life, but it is still life. If there are things still growing out of her, I don't think she's dead. She's not shed.
She's not shed dead.
She's not shed dead.
She's not shed dead.
I mean, she hasn't lost
I-
her head, so
Like
her head is still
even
intact.
if she
I
did
just-
lose her head, there were still placentamon tendrils growing out of, like, things are still like she's
Well, something is growing. Is it Julie or some random fungus? There's a lot of fungus in space.
or the fungus among us.
The fungus
Julie.
among us.
Among
I mean,
Julie.
are we going the way of
They are-
Last of Us as opposed to?
They are in that-
I haven't seen Last of Us. Please don't tell me.
They are embedded
it's fungus,
into
so.
each other at this point. And
Yeah.
it's like, where does Julie end and placentamon begin? Like,
All right. So back to the
Yolo said.
predictions. During the February 12th chapter 8 discussion, Rob says he had a previous prediction that Julie would show up by chapter 5-6. So during the chapter 6-7-8 discussion, Rob says he now doesn't think Julie will appear at all in this book.
ooh.
Yeah.
So that got debunked.
Julie's back. Sorry, Rob.
Debunked.
And then
I'm glad it was debunked because this is exciting shit.
right.
Or
Sorry, folks, I'm
vaginal
redoing the poll 'cause it's being a
excretions,
pain in
one
the
or
ass.
other.
So, right. Now, the poll should be running. And show
Do we
on
need to
screen.
vote again?
Right, so please vote again because it wasn't working previously.
And will you remind us about our new voting mechanism?
Yes.
Yes, new
so,
voting.
This is an add-on by StreamYard, which worked last time when we used it, but I'm not sure how well it's doing this time. But the poll will appear on the screen for you right there. You see, for example, did Julie end up with the crew of the Resty? And you type 1 or 2 into chat, or obviously it would be 3 or 4 if I added other options as well. And it should register that and keep track of the score. Fingers crossed. If it just decides not to, which
Over the years, you. Yeah.
Over the ears what?
He's trying to beat the system. I love it. He put
Is it a
1.5.
1.5? Okay, yeah, I saw that earlier as well. It's very good.
right.
I should have put a 6-7 option, shouldn't I? So
No.
6-7.
67%, yes.
Yeah.
So, another failed foretelling during January 29th, Chapter 3. Rob thought, wait. No, this is, I think, sorry, I'm confusing the one that I was going to read on the other page. And I think this is the one that we may or may not need to discuss. Rob had a foretelling that Miller and Holden will flirt and have some sort of mutual admiration. So we could definitely discuss that, like see what
there's
their
no
vibe is.
flirting yet.
Sure,
There's no
right.
flirting yet.
I mean, there could be some later.
Yeah,
I mean, right now, in
so,
these 2 chapters, no flirting so far in these chapters.
so we'll see. You know, like
I totally just moved you two on accident, by the way. That's okay.
Oh,
I noticed that.
I just flipped you on accident.
Oh,
So-
that was on accident? I thought that was on purpose.
Well, okay, so I'm using a tablet and everything's touchscreen, and I went to. There was something on my screen. I went to wipe it off, and you went whoop. So that's how that happened.
nice.
And then the last one that we have,
Technology.
you said on January 15th for Chapter 1, Rob thought that Holden and Julie will have some sort of love. Mel thinks Ade will support sorry. Yeah, so that got confirmed. Ade will pass to support Rob's theory. So Mel was right that Ade
unless Holden gets a bit worked up over a corpse, I think I was wrong.
Ew.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be seeing that. So, and apparently, I also
it's
forgot
Miller.
how
It's
old.
Miller who fell in.
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Nobody predicted that.
No.
We just
I
got
feel
freaked out
like
by it.
I forgot how the polls work here, folks. They don't show you the scores as it runs. When I end the
I can
poll-
see it as it runs.
No. When I ended the poll, that's when all the numbers appeared.
Ah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, remember your first vote is what counts, and you can vote 1,000,000 times after, but only the first number is what
This is true.
is collected.
This is the
I'm emphatically voting one over and over again.
over and over.
All right. So we've learned that Rob sucks at making predictions.
I don't know. You've got a few. Yeah.
Right?
I got maybe half about them spotting Miller. I got a
Knew
70%.
that someone would
vote.
spot Miller.
Yeah,
That's
I got a
pretty
70% vote that it was going to be Julie in the flop house, and I think that's it.
Yeah. Well,
So,
there's still the one that's up in the air about
I need-
the
I need my
flirting
Molten.
between mutual
my Molten.
admiration / flirting.
I mean, the meet cute's there. The meet
Yeah,
cute's there.
the
And
Repub-
Holden did say, don't shoot the guy in the hat, even though Amos said the hat was
Yeah.
shitty. Amos is not a
And
fan of
as
the hat.
Rapunzel was saying, Holden has already given Miller a pet name of Hat Guy. So, yeah.
Don't shoot the
yes.
guy in the hat.
Yeah, so LBF, I must have mixed what the Resty is. It's the nickname of their ship that I can't pronounce properly, so I call it the Restaurant.
Rosinante or Rosie.
The restaurant. The
Restaurant.
Rossi or the Rosie?
I think it should be
Rossi.
like
Yeah, I said Rosie, but it's Rosie.
something
I said it wrong.
related to coffee.
Yeah, the nickname for the nickname makes sense. Thank you, LBF. So, all right, let's talk chapter.
Yeah, what do you want to? We could talk the chapters, but they're kind of blended. So,
Restaurante.
Yes.
what do you want to talk about? That's what we should talk about first, because it's all blended now.
Would you like to know what I want to talk about?
I'd
Yes.
love to know. Tell us.
I really want to know.
Would you really like to? Because what I would like to talk about is
We're not having a 20-minute discussion about height this time. Just FYI.
was shorter than he seemed from the video. and
Well, the camera adds
he
10
said
pounds.
He
you know.
said it 2 times. That stout guy Holden or whatever he called him. the amount of joy I got out of Miller twice affirming my understanding that Holden has short man syndrome was like, I was just like laughing for like 20 minutes.
I think we all had a collective laugh when we all read these chapters.
I was so happy.
Definitely made that
He's
one
stout.
because honestly I would have taken it as a throwaway line because he is like follows up with like he is an earther. But it's like so there is a completely different. I will never read that one line the same ever.
Twice. He
No.
says it twice.
He does.
He does.
Two times.
And I feel like this is going to be a thing. Like if people like from like if we ever get other POVs or people make comments like, oh, he's not as tall as I thought he would be.
He calls him
I'm going to be looking for this every time.
stout. He's squat. He calls
Squat.
Holden squat.
I just think Mel's finally happy to discover someone who's shorter than her for once.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh, wow. Daggers.
Listen. As a
Sorry.
short Aiel.
I was just thinking back to when you and Grace first met at JordanCon, like, what, 4 years ago?
4
And you were
years
like,
ago.
everyone is so tall. You know?
Everyone is so fucking tall. Why is everyone so tall?
Sorry, that
To
was.
be clear, I am an average height human woman.
It's true.
She
I'm
is
average
definitely
height,
taller than
but,
3
like,
foot tall.
for
people.
You are not
reason,
short.
The entire Wheel of Time community are giants, are full of giant human people. They're all enormous, all of them. And Vina, Giad, and I are just like, everyone's enormous. How is that? And when you're used to just seeing people's torsos, you have no like reference for if they're like big or not.
It's true.
And then we go into this book and we're just like, all of the Belters are really, really tall, and then Holden is exponentially short for a human. Like so very small. I just really appreciate the authors like reinforcing their canon and telling me that the entire conversation from last week, they meant it. They meant that Holden is 3 feet tall and has a wingspan of less than 5 feet. Like he's a tiny person.
He should be an honorary member of Threefold Talk because our logo actually has 3 feet in it.
3 feet tall.
It's true.
Holden. So
Threefold.
little.
Yeah, threefold. Yeah, which is basically it's what it's meant to. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He's so wee. He's
yeah.
wee.
He's wee.
And I don't have anything against short people by any means. Like I've known some really amazing short people in my life.
As they're forming a short person club in chat.
But I just
Yeah, they are forming a
I just
short
want
person
to
club,
say
yes.
that like Holden, his personality exhibited signs of short man syndrome, and the fact that it was reinforced by the authors is just infinitely funny to me. It's so funny.
Vindication.
I was
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
also appreciate that they committed to the
To the bit.
that the 2.5 square meter room is enormous. Bit. And they meant it. They meant it.
They did.
And if anybody missed that rant and wants to go check it out, Rob posted
Last
it on
week.
Instagram.
I did post a short reel about it, but
Oh, did
before
you clip
today's
it?
on-
Okay.
I did clip that, but I totally forgot. I thought I'd uploaded it earlier this week, and I was doing my 100 Days of the Wheel post earlier, and I was like, "Where's my post from last week for the show?" I'm like, "Oh no!" Like I got that clip and then didn't post it, so I was like, that went up 2 minutes later. I was like, "Screw it, both posts are going up together." So yeah, it was great fun having that discussion. So I want to give a smidge of credit to 2 people. Firstly, to Amos for being like, "You call that a gun? This is a gun." That was his reaction. Someone put a gun on my face. Mine's bigger. You know,
So
I feel like
Sorry.
that's not the first time that someone has pulled out something in front of him and he's gone, mine's bigger. I just get that vibe, and he's just gone, look, shut up. So
He likes to put his on the table, let's just say.
he does, you know, and that just felt so Amos, and it just made me laugh. I just absolutely chuckled about that. But secondly, I want to give Miller a little nudge of respect for not just analyzing everybody and being like, oh, okay, so like, you know, that guy over there, you know, might be Navy, but you know, clearly doesn't have any frontline experience. You know, big guy here, okay, he can handle himself, but you know, he's gonna, and just like analyzing the team, but seeing how both Holden and Naomi were kind of just like, what the fuck, but we're keeping it in check. Holden because he's in charge, Naomi because she's just fucking better at it. You know, that she's got far more skills than people give it credit
Drum and
for.
rattle for
And he-
Naomi.
And he saw that just from the way she was behaving, and I want to give him a little bit of credit for that. I like that moment a lot. So
Yeah, he said she has the best instincts out of all of them, I think is what he says, right?
yeah, the
Yeah.
best instincts. Yeah,
But he wished Havelock were there. Tactics.
he
was
died. He
Oh, I
missed
know,
it.
that was
Trained
so
him.
Oh.
Yeah, when he's got to deal with
This is
fucking
funny.
Holden, like him and Amos, you know, no one's realizing it. I understood exactly what was going on when he's like, you know, I'm taking. He didn't say take point, but he was taking point, and Amos is rear guard.
Yeah,
I
Amos
understood
follows
completely what
him.
they were doing. Yeah, I totally
Yep,
understood what was
They
going on
were
there.
like this, yeah.
And he's like, he can tell that Alex and Naomi have no idea that they are being protected in this particular situation by those two
Right.
people. And Holden's there just
Yeah.
trying to be like,
But Holden, I think he stepped into it too. He was part of that little
it felt
hallway command.
it did feel like they were like, I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. No, I'm the fucking cop dude, you know. But yeah, it just
But I feel like it could have been more abrasive than it was. Like,
definitely
Mhm.
could have been, yeah.
Holden at least didn't like short man syndrome, the guy who like saved their life, right? He was like, okay,
No.
begrudgingly, I accept that this man is clearly not necessarily going to go after us right now. I don't know everything about him, but like he seems like a guy who at least temporarily we can have a truce with. So I will give Holden why is it a moment every time I say this? I will give Holden credit for not trying to destroy Miller immediately.
Yeah, he was smart.
Recognizing that the hat is just
the hat was dumb.
the hat.
But-
And that it was pretty funny that no one else is wearing that hat. That also
Yeah.
is that was quite a tell that Holden was like,
Yeah.
the one guy in here wearing a hat, don't kill that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Everyone
kill
knew
him.
It was Miller.
The ugly hat. Mhm.
So nobody else wears hats. Why is Miller wearing a hat?
I feel like
Makes
I
no
need to
sense.
get out some kind of what are those like small hats? What are they called? For some reason, I've got Trilby stuck in my head. That's not right.
Not sure what you're talking. Trilby? I've never even heard of that word.
I'm gonna. Someone in chat help me. Names for the small hat. They're like tiny cowboy hats, like really short-sighted. Got the thing. Anyway,
Oh,
I just
um,
someone
yeah,
help me out. With
I
that.
know what you're trying to say.
I feel like I'm gonna have to like get one of those to wear whenever we do Miller chapters from now on.
Ooh,
So yeah,
that would be
It's
amazing.
not a cowboy hat. That's not what it is.
but no, it's like it's got like similar like indentations and stuff on the top. Not a bowler hat. Anyway, what was going to this? I did laugh at the moment where he wants the door kicked in, and Amos turns up and is just, yeah, you know, like that's like a telescope. But yeah, anyway, he wants the door kicked in, and he was like, "Yeah, you want it kicked in?" And he goes, "Yeah, kind of. I was going to ask that." And Holden's like, "Yeah, do it." You know, and he sort of looks at him like, "Oh, okay," you know. And Amos kicks the door in and goes, "Oh yeah, I got a busted leg. I got to remember that next time." Fedora.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Patrick.
Fedora, yeah.
Fedora.
That's what I was just gonna say, a fedora hat.
Yes.
Fedora. Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, Leigh-A.
Yes.
I felt that so, like, as I was reading it, I just felt that in my legs because I've had so many broken bones and I've done dumb things, like, in the midst of as I'm healing. And Mel, don't give me that look. You know it's true. So, you know I do dumb things
I think
all
she
the
means
time.
dumb things in the midst of healing, not just she does dumb things.
I
No,
also just do dumb
I
things.
know that she's like
I'm
kinda
getting
like,
the mom.
she's
It's the mom
partially-
glare. Like,
she's partially healed, and then she goes and like runs a marathon. That's
Yeah.
like,
oh no, I did that on a broken heel. But anyway,
That just reinforced.
You know, and a nail in your foot. It's fine. It's fine.
guys.
yes, I've totally done that also. But yeah, so but I felt that like, oh, that pain where you're just like, shit, I totally was doing something that I thought was normal, and I forgot that I had a thing, and it was just like, like.
He
Like how your
kicks the door
your
with
bones
his broken
cringe and,
leg, his
like,
broken
yeah.
ass
Bad
leg.
foot. Yeah.
full body skin crawling, like feel it down to the like literally to the core and the depths of you.
Yeah.
He just brushed
Do you
off. He was
think-
like, oops, shouldn't have done that.
Whatever. Do you
That's
think
what he
living
says,
in
but
this
then he still
time?
feels it.
Yeah. Do you think because they have the ability to regrow things or fix things in the way they do, that people are way more, you know, they just kick shit when they're broken anyway because they're like, oh, I'll just get it fixed later. Like, I'll get it fixed again. Like, so they just constantly do shit. They
I'll get
don't
it in
really
one
care,
blow.
right? Yeah. Like,
Maybe.
be a little more risky maybe when you have the ability to regrow stuff.
Are you
I
okay,
could
Mel?
see Amos and Alex with their like gambling capacity, their like tag team gambling set, whatever, like going down to Eros Las Vegas and like earning the funds to get Amos like a super leg, like a platinum, like replacing all of his
Get the
bones.
primo insurance leg,
Like,
you know?
just like an insane leg upgrade. Like he becomes.
Can we just say, like, why before they went to Eros? Maybe they did, and it's just off screen, but like in the engineering capital of the belt, why didn't Amos go get a new leg or get it like looked at or upgraded or whatever?
Listen,
Like,
engineering
come on.
machines
Draining his
is very
prostate.
different than engineering
He was
true.
draining his
body
prostate.
parts.
He was
it's true, he
He was
was.
very focused
He
on
was
a different
busy.
area.
He was healing
It's
other
true.
things.
Yes.
It's true.
Well,
It's necessary.
And
He
they
was
did
paying
say
for
it-
someone else to do the work. So
They
So he
did
could
say at
rest.
one point that they realized that the Tachi, eventually renamed Rosi, had higher quality medical care that they could have done.
Sure.
But I still
Yeah.
think that he was basically like bones are still bones. Like it's still like it
Yeah,
still
they
takes
are.
time, and there might be
Sure.
like ways. Well, then I feel like it's been what 3 weeks. So his bone was coming out of the skin, and the fact that he's walking around without a cast in 3 weeks, he's already got accelerated growth because that I
Sure.
can tell you I haven't had a compound fracture
I mean,
like that.
a basic
but-
break is 6
But
weeks.
that is
Yeah.
6 to 9
Yeah.
months, and that is
Yeah.
not even getting back to full functionality where you would be able to kick a door without re-breaking your leg. So, like, that's at least a year to 18 months where you could kick down a door without re-shattering your leg.
We'll
So
just
in
see how
3
much he
weeks-
drinks in the next chapter.
Well, yeah. So this says to me that you could break a limb in the morning and have it fixed by the afternoon then.
Listen,
like,
it's
oh, you-
much
you-
better than my good friend.
It's true, Heather.
He stepped off a curb. This is a real life story. He stepped off a curb when he was drunk. Like a curb that's like what, like 6 inches, 5 inches, whatever, a curb.
Mhm.
And he broke his femur. Like literally, like snapped his
God.
femur in half. And he had to get a titanium rod inserted into his femur to like get his femur to like bond back together because he stepped off.
That's
a
what I
curb.
did before MalkieriCon. Not like that, but MalkieriCon a couple years ago, I stepped off a curb and my ankle went like this. And that's why my ankle was sprained at MalkieriCon.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I did
I
not
think we
have to
can-
get titanium rods, though.
titanium
goodness.
rods in his femur in order to survive.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But like, imagine Amos with a titanium rod in his femur.
I mean, it's going to be.
I can imagine Amos with a titanium rod, but anyway.
I mean, they would just replace the whole bone at that
He would
point. I
just
feel
be like, all my bones, including the bone, like all the bones, titanium.
Yes.
he's
He's
basically
like-
Wolverine at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say like Wolverine.
sorry.
Him,
Yeah.
Amos.
Wolverine.
Okay, so what else? Back to the story. What else? Where do you want to talk about? Because we could talk about a lot of things, but
Can we
what
talk
would you
about
like to talk about?
Juliet Andromeda Mao.
Yes, because I think we should read. I think we should read this description.
Juliet.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
Can I read it? Is that all right?
You read it, yes.
Okay. In the shower stall, Juliet Andromeda Mao lay dead. Her eyes were closed, and that was a mercy. She cut her hair differently since she'd taken the pictures Miller had seen, and it changed the shape of her face, but she was unmistakable. She was nude and barely human. Coils of complex growth spilled from her mouth, ears, and vulva. Her ribs and spine had grown spurs like knives that stretched pale skin, ready to cut themselves free of her. Tubes stretched from her back and her throat, crawling up the walls behind her. A deep brown slush had leaked from her, filling the shower pan almost 3 centimeters high.
This one.
And also, they talk about the smell in the room earlier in the chapter, which is just gross, by the way. It's just so disgusting.
There's like corpses or post-sex or
Post-sex
something else.
corpses and some sort of rotting food, like, mixed together.
Yeah, all of the
Oof.
above.
This is my argument for her not being dead. She's not dead. She's not shed dead.
She's not shit.
Because
All right,
if she
so
was
Mel
shed
is
dead, she
predicting.
would
I'm
be able
not.
to
I'm
grow
not falling
placentamon
in.
out of her.
I'm not going in down like she's been reincarnated or that's like a faux body or something. I was tempted to go down some kind of conspiracy theory. I'm like, I'm doing that too much in this book. And knowing my luck,
Do it.
Well, I want to know what you think about Julie.
I think she's dead.
Julie's dead. Shed.
Going back to LBF's comment earlier, where he asked, like, is Julie still the protagonist as per my initial prediction? He clarified he was making a joke because of how adamant I was straight off the bat. So I'm like, well, clearly she's our protagonist for the book then, And here the first time she shows up, she's dead like shed, or not really, but that is a tough first date. That's true. That's rough. So. I just think she's. I think this is space regime basically to motivate the boys. This is kind of what it feels like. I feel like
It's space what?
Space fridging. Yeah.
Oh, space fridge.
Yeah, like Miller's got this weird, creepy, thing going on.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Let's get into that in a bit.
Yeah. Holden's clearly getting tinges of that here and there. He's like, oh, this would be a really nice. Also, side bit, Mr. I can't stand this vacation on the Tai Chi, but whilst we're on the belly button of Las Vegas to the belt, he's like, yeah, 3 weeks on, Titans beaches or whatever. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, I'd love that. Oh yeah, especially if Naomi's bringing me drinks. The fuck? Make your mind up about whether you want time off or not. And also, stop perving on your coworker. Your subordinate co-worker. Yeah, gross.
Agreed, but also
it's just because he's like at boob height all the time. I mean, he can't help it.
That's true. He's a boob height. Yeah, this is okay.
touchy.
Okay,
but
so
what was that?
Julie, tell us what you think about Julie.
Yeah, I think that. Well, where was she the last time we saw her? She was in the locker.
She
She
was in the
found
prologue.
Placentamon.
She was in the engineering room.
She found Placentamon. Okay,
Pirate
all right,
ship.
here we go. Totally on the fly, ad hoc prediction.
Let's go.
Throw it out.
Okay,
I did my notes
write
earlier,
it
so
down,
this
Leigh-A.
didn't occur to me. Write it down. Okay. Julie got attacked by Placentamon, but got away. Unlike Justice for Derek. Or Drew. Justice for who?
Derek, I think, was
Captain Derek. Drew got airlock.
he was inside saying, "Help me."
So unlike Derek, she got away, but she got attacked by Placentamon. She made it back to the belly button, or she made it to the belly button, and she's like, "I can't. I'm getting sick. I can't get further. I need saving." And so she uses Polanski's alias, knowing that Palpatine's going to see that, because she's gotten onto the inside of this sort of situation, at least enough to know that calling Palpatine by using Polanski will get the notice. And whilst she has been trying to wait there in the flop house for Polanski to get his ass to the belly button, the infection from Placentamon has taken over, and I'm not sure whether, I feel like she destroyed the apartment and then either died in the bathroom or killed herself in the bathroom. Something to that effect. So.
Okay. How about you, Mel? What do you think happened in the
Okay.
in the hole?
So I think the entire crew of the Scopuli, inclusive of Julie, all like became like Deep Space Nine, part of the collective mind meld, like grew, like Placentamon and their psyches all were absorbed into each other, because Captain Darren like said, "Help me," right? When he like reached out of Placentamon.
He did.
In the profile, in the prologue. And I feel like just because Julie's physical form looks like it's dead doesn't mean her soul is dead. And partly I think that because of the fact that there are placental growths like out of her body. Like if she was dead, it would be complete decay, but it's not decay, it's life. There's a form of life happening there that is maybe not the life that we recognize, but there's growths and tubes and what is it? Knife-like spurs stretching out of her skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's new growth. Like
I mean, when fungus,
metamorphosized, like it's like this quintessential metamorphosis. She's become something else, but she's still herself. And whether she is part of a collective, like Borg-like collective of all of the different brains that Placentamon has absorbed before, or she is her own version of that. Like there's many Placentamons. That part I don't know. Is it one Placentamon, or is all the Placentamons like connected Borg-like, collectively? That part I don't know. But I think Julie is still in there because she, in her physical form, took the time to destroy that room for whatever reason that they like rejected light, but then transformed and grew in the darkness in this like fungus like brachial thing. So I don't think she's gone. I think she's just transformed.
So that's her physical body, but she's part of Placentamon. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like a Borg collective, yeah.
So she's not just a host for these other entities to just grow off of her.
I think she's joined the collective.
Okay.
Like
as part of the Scopuli
and
crew, as well as the
Darren
pirates.
are back together.
Yeah.
They're together again.
So can she talk to Darren back on the pirate ship, do you think, right now? Is that what you're saying, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I want Placentamon Julie and Placentamon Darren
And
to be.
Rob, you think she's dead, but that's a new life growing on her.
Yeah, something's growing on her, like pre-infection from placenta. Look, basically, Holden just didn't get there in time, okay? If Holden had got there in time, he would have saved her from Placentamon, and I have proof, okay?
Tell us, how would he have saved her?
Yeah, like this. Like this.
Oh.
Oh boy.
It's the Holdino versus the space toilet. It's me, Holdino. It looks like you have the bad case of the placentamino. They say pink and gray flush away. Woohoo! Oh no!
Oh my god!
have to drop this so you can see. You just need to see everyone's faces right now. I can see them in the background, but look at everyone's faces.
Put it back.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if I try to describe this for our podcast listeners,
Yes, please do.
it says Tiny Holdinio versus the space toilet. And the first picture is your vision of a space toilet with a head emerging out of the toilet, and the
Holden
text
Mario
says,
hybrid head.
a Holden Mario hybrid says, "It's a me," and then he pops out of the space toilet in the air, and he's holding a plunger, and it's Holdinio. And then the next frame is it to look like you have a bad case of and it's Holden the Mario staring into the
Holdinio.
staring into, like, putting his face into the space toilet hole, and
Using the plunger as his little stick to climb up.
Which, I mean, in 0G, you wouldn't necessarily need any sort of boost. You would just float up, but whatever. Anyway, and then there's a close-up of what Holdinio is looking at, and it's Placentamon, and Holdinio calls it
Placentamanio.
Placentamano.
And it's a very
down in the bowl
disgusting
in
panel
the space
because it's
toilet.
Placentamon climbing up out of the space toilet. It's
and then
bird's eye
then the next panel is Holdinio standing, holding his plunger like some sort of spear out in front of the space toilet, and it says, "They say pink and gray flush away," is what he says, and then he bounces up into the air, and it goes, wahoo! And Placentamon is emerging from the space toilet like he's trying to attack it. And then Placentamon wins, and then the final panel is Holdinio in the vacuum of space going, "Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no." As he floats away, as he's been flushed into outer space.
So Artemis's toilet issues must be due to Placentamanio, is what we're saying.
There we go.
Placentamano.
so true.
We just need to clip that and send it to Christina Koch,
Yeah.
who is the Artemis 2 space plumber.
I could probably figure out her email
among her
address.
many other skills and talents.
It was so funny.
Yeah. I had no idea how I was going to work that into this episode. But
You did it.
And Spuds only sent it to me like 10 minutes ago as well. So I've just been sitting on that for 10 minutes being like, I don't know how I'm going to work this in. And this opportunity which really just arrived. I was just like, too perfect.
I feel like it always
Wow.
just it comes up naturally, very organically in our conversations to insert Spud art here.
Yes.
Well, if we go off of Spud's comic, could we then maybe think that maybe Placentamanio was in Julie's bathroom already? And so Julie's just in there, and it attacks her vulva. She gets attacked by Placenta.
Why?
And then it starts growing all over her.
Wait.
And that's how she ends up into the shower.
Does it grab her vulva and then say,
Here I come to have your day. Placentamon is on the way. Placentamon.
Fucking hate all of you.
Wow. I think that's valid. I do. So, but
Responsible,
okay,
right?
okay.
we're getting so
If
unhinged right
if
now?
we accept the premise that Placentamon lives in the sewer system of Eros, does that mean that then Placentamon lives in the sewer system of all Belter system-like stations? So then Placentamon is
Yes, new nightmare unlocked.
like, so
Absolutely,
like
Heather.
no longer do people need to worry about like snakes coming up out of their toilets if they're in Hawaii. It's instead Placentamon like penetrating through their vulvas while they're using the toilet.
Like God.
And the vacuum of the toilet,
such
like,
an
like
unhinged
Placentamon
episode.
takes the reverse vacuum of the toilet to go up the vacuum and penetrate into your bodies. And then spread through. And so, like, if Placentamon
This is so bad because I actually have to go to the
Julie
bathroom really
Mouth's
bad right now.
You better go to the bathroom and not listen to us.
And
It
yeah,
also then
well,
needs.
and now I have to think about that.
It has to spread all the way up to her mouth, right? Like it's.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
her mouth.
so it's
Well, it could just be like a.
Partially-
It could just be a surface thing, not like up inside of her for crying out
but it
loud. It could
says
just like get on her
It's a
skin.
complex growth spilling out of her mouth, ears, and vulva. So it has to have originated.
Get inside.
Like
Mhm.
it has to go in one orifice and then it comes
Maybe.
out of the other orifice.
Yeah.
Orifizzy?
Okay, that's one option. What if the other option is that before she left the pirate ship, she kissed Captain Darren
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
and it,
She was trying to
it
help him.
transferred into her
He
mouth.
did ask for help. He asked
He
for help.
said, "Help me, please."
What is she doing? Giving me CPR?
Maybe she liked him. I don't know.
And
All
she
right,
was
all
like-
right. I think we're getting a little too unhinged for ourselves.
So, okay, so our two theories is that Placentamon enters Julie either through the mouth or through the vulva.
Do I have
I
to
think
write
we
that
need a
down?
poll, right?
No,
Yes.
I'm not.
You
No.
need to write it down.
Placentamon enter Julie.
Okay, well, how did she get it inside of her then? Tell me another option.
That can be the
If it's
comic
in-
section, okay?
All
Okay.
orifici are
Orifici?
orifici are connected. If you go in one orifice, you go out all the orifices. No one mentions the nose. Like, there's no Placentamon coming out her nose, so it's not all
Yeah.
orifices connected.
Maybe
with
that's
the
for a reason.
Like Blinded Fool said, this entire book is a cautionary tale to help people survive COVID, right? Wash
It's
your hands,
valid.
people.
That's
Julie didn't wash her hands, and Placentamon got her. Because-
Wear
Don't
your
make out with
masks.
people, or don't let
Wear
them
your
kiss your
masks.
various
Yes.
orifici.
I feel like we should move on from this quite unhinged
Okay.
discussion.
Sure.
we've had.
Thank
Why
you.
not?
I could stay on it for another hour. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm-
I could too, but it's
I-
fine. Mel and I will have our sideshow.
It's a good thing I
Um,
love you guys so much.
Anyway, I'm using all of that to justify the fact that I think she's still alive.
Maiden's kiss gone
Okay.
wrong.
Because she's not just food at this point. She's been
She's not food,
incorporated
she's also a friend?
into Placentamon. She's not just food. She's part of
Okay.
it.
Fair enough.
The collective has
Okay.
expanded.
There is a security point to this chapter I'd like to open a
Yeah,
discussion
let's talk security. Unless you have something else to say about Julie. Did it shock you? Was it gross? Like, did you like? I just want to know, like, first impressions of the description.
The thumbnail suggestion
like-
said gross.
Pretty good thumbnail,
That was-
right?
It was a bit- yeah, like it was. I did want to use it, which is why I tried. It was just it was the initial one we tried. There's a lot of darkness. And it was just
Too shadowy.
too shadowy, but we found the one that we used, and it had the gross factor. I was like, still creepy, but let's use it. But yeah, it worked. No, I don't think there's anything. I think she's dead. Like, she got infected by Placentamon and just wasn't rescued in time.
And she
Okay.
has a deep brown slush coming out of the bottom of
Oh god.
Yeah, that's where I just think she's just being dissolved from the inside, I suppose. But yeah, security issues. Miller calls Simba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that his actual name, Simba, or is that a nickname?
Simba Timba.
I called him Simba because it's just easier.
Timba.
Okay,
Simba
Simba Timba is his name.
there was a bit in the book where they called him Semi though. So anyway, he calls Semi, and he's just like, yeah, so I was going to keep a low profile, but I didn't, and I've shot someone. He turns up and he's like, the alarms don't say shit. Like, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, this quote slapdash effort ambush kind of been that slapdash because none of the alarms went off, and nobody, aside from the people living in this flop house, nobody knew, nobody noticed. So the people doing this ambush, who weren't amazingly good at it, but still had the upper hand on the four of them, and would have won had it not been for Miller, clearly have connections enough to get the alarms turned off, like
Yep.
disabled before they even start.
Yep.
So they're being chased by bigwigs.
Yep.
Big one.
And who do you think the bigwigs are? That's one of my questions. Who are they?
My gut tells me that they are related to the people in the stealth ship. The stealth ship people found out that they made it.
Yeah.
Can I write this down, or you're just?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can write this down. The ambush came. The ambush people themselves may not be like part of the stealth group. They might be like contracted out, sort of thing. But the hit came from that secretive group. And I know that I've kind of semi-connected them to Palpatine.
Johnson.
But-
Yep.
Yeah, but
Do you think he sent them to their death like that, though?
No.
Or
I don't
No?
think he did, because he already had the call for Pulaski before Holden turned up and was like, "I'll take the job," because he's like, "I want your ship." So I
but he
don't
also knew that the whole solar system didn't know they were still alive. So if they died,
yeah, I mean he's got the recordings, but no, I didn't think it was Palpatine. I got vibes that they were connected to the stealth ship people. So
Stealth ship is no longer crew Palpatine.
No.
OPA.
Yeah, it is the overarching thing. I just think there's like conflicting parties within it. You know, like sometimes.
They weren't supposed to hit the scopuli, and so now he has to rescue
like,
the scopuli.
You know, in like Peaky Blinders, where like the Peaky Blinders, make a partnership with one of the other gangs, and then that other gang goes, "Well, actually, I want to kill this guy, even though you don't want to kill him, so I will." And there's a little bit of an issue, but you're still going for the main common goal. Even though you make things a bit pain in the ass for each other sometimes.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, I want to propose an alternate theory.
I'm down for that.
Okay, so Julie's dada, Jules Pierre Mao, learned that things were going to go bad real fast, right? So I think the Luna corporations or whatever are the people who are maybe most like not to be too relevant to current event, maybe most positioned to make the most money off of a war, right? Like the Luna corporations who build weapons or whatever could sell weapons to Martians, could sell weapons to Belters. So those are the people, as I've said before, who are connected to the stealth ship. So stealth ship is beta testing technology. Those people tested out the stealth ship on the Cant as just the Cant is expendable, and they were just testing out the tech. And the Luna corporations are really behind all of this. And so then what I think is going on is that they're trying to cover their tracks at this point. Much like in many scenarios where you try to mutate something for a specific reason, it mutates for other reasons. Something happened with Placentamon that they didn't expect. They're trying to bury the evidence. They're trying to erase the evidence. So Julie is the remaining Lionel Polanski evidence of all of that stuff. They get rid of her. They think they're getting rid of her, and then they're getting rid of anyone who shows up to rescue her. They're just trying to erase all the evidence of their fuck up so they can go back to profiteering off of the war.
Okay.
Why do we think that Julie, the pirates, why did they leave? Did they forget about her in the
That's
in the
thing.
little room?
how
Why
did-
didn't they shove her with everyone else in the room with Placentamon?
How did
Why is she
so-
kept out?
Here's my theory. It could be one of two things. Placentamon overwhelmed the entire crew of the pirate ship, including Julie, right? Placentamon took over and like basically hive-minded Julie into like she becomes a carrier to move to a new place so that she can infect the rest of a bigger thing, so that Placentamon, like if Placentamon, for example, is like a mushroom, right, and it wants to spore, right, like it's like sending Julie out as a spore to a new base to spread out and like expand and grow, like much like life kind of naturally evolves, right? Like Julie is a carrier and then breaks out and then the spores come out and then like maybe Eros completely gets taken over by Placentamon, or the other option is that Julie conquers Placentamon, right? Like Darren said, Captain Darren Placentamon, like Blood says help, and Julie like breaks him down, and she's inadvertently infected, but she doesn't realize she's infected, and so she manages to escape the pirate ship that has taken over all the pirates and like navigate it or whatever. And like Eros is the closest and she's trying to get out, and so she just like needs help, and like so there's two options. It's like it's either
Well, don't forget the third option. It's in the sewer system of Eros. I mean, that's the third option.
Yes, but I guess from my theory, it all originates on the scapulus, right? And so it's like it's either Placentamon actively infects Julie and sends her out to spore to continue on the like Placentamon multiplication, or Julie conquers Placentamon and then is trying to like break free of it. It's one or the other.
I think you've helped me with my theory a little bit there.
Go on.
Because I think I like the idea that Placentamon is some kind of biological weapon or test or something gone wrong, and they've turned up to try and clear it up, and then they've blown up the cans or whatever. But then they've had to track down Julie to try and keep it under wraps. Mm-hmm. So it could still be a whole OPA thing, but it's like them just trying to clean house. Mm-hmm. And Frank sent the guys in the Rocky because he doesn't actually know it's Julie that he's having to send them to clear up. Mm-hmm. And he's like,
he just thinks it's somebody.
Someone's used this alias, and they're important enough in the organization to know that name is going to flag something for me, and they're going to get picked up. Mm-hmm. So Julie's doing it out of desperation because she's been infected. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't know that. I think if he'd known that, he probably would have just sent his kill squad. Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned Mel.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob. No, you go.
I was just being like, but that's like where it's like that, multiple people working within the same organization to different goals. Someone in that evil OPA thing is just trying to like clear up the mess of Placentamon, and doesn't realize that Frank is sending someone to, in essence, pick up Julie who's affected. And it's like they're not talking to each other because everything's in shadows and stuff like that, and people are triple living and things and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think you've helped me make that make a bit more sense, because it was a little loosey goosey where it's just like, are they OPA if they're doing this, blah blah. So yeah. Well,
Light Blinded Fool is a really good question, and he asks, Mel mentions like Luna and that whole group of corporations or whatnot. So that's mostly an Earth corporation area. So are you saying then that they're part of Placentamon, like that they are cleaning house?
I feel like I've had enough experience in recent years with technology or
and
scientific and Earth and people who think they're smarter than everybody else, taking experiments to the nth degree, and those experiments like expanding beyond what they think they're like, what they expect, and going rogue, right? Like you think you've got control of something and it's gonna like get out of hand. And I feel like this is a get out of hand kind of scenario. I feel like we don't know enough about the Earth Luna relationship, but it seems like Luna is like Silicon Valley of the future, at least from my perspective. And so like Luna, like that's where all of the like super high-tech experimental risk taker, like venture capitalist funded like space adventurers end up, is like in the Luna Corps. And so they're maybe more willing to take risks than like the earthbound people that actually has like humans actually still living on a fragile planet. But Luna's like, you know, I don't know, disrespected, even though we've learned recently that you shouldn't disrespect Luna because it's beautiful. But like I feel like people are more willing, because Earth is not home, home is Earth, people are more willing to take risks on Luna than they are on Earth. And so the Luna people are more willing to like push the envelope of science and like stretch it even further. And that's when they end up in trouble, because they end up evolving something that they can't control. And then they like release it into the world and they have no idea what's going to happen with it next. I feel like it's a science experiment gone wrong, is what Placentamon was.
And somehow the OPA knows about this Earther, or scientists from Earth, let's just say. It may not be Earth, but like
I think that's
some
like,
sort of people there.
Like that's Rob's theory about OPA.
Yeah.
Like Rob's like
It
the OPA
doesn't necessarily have to be Earth.
and I'm sticking with my like, because of the Jules Pierre Mao connective, like he knows that something is wrong, and I feel like that's like kind of that's like the inception point, because he's like, something's wrong, please get my daughter out of there, something's gonna go bad. I feel like maybe the origin is connected to there and we just haven't like had eyes into it yet, but I think
Dr. Frankensteinish.
Yeah, I think it's coming from Luna and him, and his daughter is caught up in it, whether through,
Maybe that's why she rebelled. Maybe she was like, I don't like what you're doing, but then
I guess that's true. Yeah, maybe she could have figured it
Oh, yeah.
out. Or
I mean,
maybe
didn't it say
or he was always an asshole. I mean, we don't know.
Or he was always an asshole, and like she was rebelling against his assholeness, and then like side tangent got caught up into something that he didn't intend her to get caught up into. Like he's freaking out about her, right? Like he doesn't really want her to die or whatever.
Yeah.
He really wants her to come home because things are gonna get bananas. And I feel like that's a clue that has been like kind of like buried, but it's still relevant and we shouldn't lose track of it.
So Mel, what you're saying is that you think the moon is populated by lunatics, as Oliver's ears.
Lunatics.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, lunatics.
But there's got to be a connection with Julie's dad. I think you're right there. I like the crazy scientists has created something vibe. I just think it was done under the cover of Topiary. Like someone's taken that organization and has corrupted it. Could be the Earthers, could be Julie's dad. I'm happy to stick with Fred for the moment. There could be others,
so the OPA is, you're saying, being controlled by, without their knowledge, maybe by
there's probably lots of good people in the OPA trying to do the right thing for the right reasons, and it's just been someone's taken it and secretly just repurposing it. I'm sure.
Do you think the Johnston team is aware of that though, or the head leader?
He's a good leader of the OPA, and he's one of the bad guys.
Okay, so he's making deals that maybe the rest of the people don't know to further a different agenda than the standard OPA agenda, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So he's there, the front man. He's the front man, being like, everything's, the OPA is great with this, with that. Blah,
OPA,
blah, blah.
yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's actually, working probably with other bad people to use the OPA for an ulterior motive, which involves placentamon.
Okay, I like that. Let's see how that goes.
Another dad joke from Oliver's ears. So does placentamon suffer from lunatics?
I mean, only when he's on Luna. So.
Rob, we've got a whole nother line of Tam jokes going.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, placentamon moon jokes. Okay, I mean, I got to work in some Artemis lines in there at some point. Anyway, I think we've talked about. I feel like we've talked about the big stuff from these episodes.
I mean,
can I just talk about a couple small things really quick?
Of course. Yeah, like throw questions and things at us.
This will take like a few seconds, but I thought it was just really cute. And maybe this happened before, so you have to keep me honest because I don't remember. But Amos calls Holden Cap, and I don't remember if because he used to call
he's been
Naomi Cap.
He's been calling
me
boss, but Holden Cap for a couple.
Oh, he has. Okay, I just thought it was really interesting in this.
I did lock it, and I did go back.
You did, okay.
One time at least comes back to my mind.
Okay, all right. So I just thought it was really good in this chapter. Like he definitely looked at him and was like, "Okay, Cap, done."
And it's in public, so it's not just that.
Yeah, it's in public. Yep.
I think this might be the first time in public.
Because Naomi's boss at the end of the day. So.
Naomi's boss.
Yeah.
No garden saying in chat as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought that was really cute. I also thought it was interesting that Naomi refused to take a gun. What do you think that's about?
Yeah.
Because she's not a pacifist, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't getting pacifist vibes. I was torn between she's got like issues with guns because of past trauma or something, but that one I'm not really leaning towards. The other one is I don't know, maybe she just doesn't believe in guns, like as in they're a weapon she prefers,
like she probably would prefer a spear is what I'm thinking. Maybe
same principle. The idea, like,
or a quarterstaff.
I can use a quarterstaff, a spear, a bow and arrow, things like that.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't picking up a sword. Naomi's like, I don't pick up guns. That don't mean I can't kick your ass. I just don't pick up guns. So
it feels like an engineer would believe in physics. So it is surprising coming from her that she would refuse it.
Which is why I was like, well, maybe there's a trauma in her past.
Yeah, but maybe.
It was I noted it, but I couldn't think of a reason that really grabbed me.
I guess with how like the Naomi is good at everything thing, like I would have figured she would have also somehow been good in a fight because she's like she can do no wrong. But like this is the first time we see her not actively helping the situation.
I mean, she
just
really
kind of like stays out of the way.
Yeah.
Good,
she's an engineer.
Yeah, but I guess I just would have figured she would have had some training, I guess, would have understood it. But like, it's okay. It's okay. She doesn't have to be perfect in every.
This is true. Yeah.
I
was a little surprised by it.
Buds offers that she was just there for the karaoke.
I mean, possibly. True. She does. I mean, she does like the quieter life. Like, she didn't enjoy the crazy atmosphere of Vegas, unlike Alex and Amos. Similar to Holden, she's like, I'd rather be in peace. But I don't know. I think we need.
We
more
actually
time.
Don't know. Yeah, we don't know anything about her, honestly, right? Like we know
very little. So yeah, we just
very little. Yeah.
We know about her abilities, but not about her past.
Maybe we can hold that.
I was surprised that Amos was like super capable with a weapon. I was surprised that Alex was so ineffective.
Yeah.
Than a Martian, like a Martian Navy guy.
Yeah, like he clearly was.
Like at least had some marksmanship training.
I can attest think that just because people are in the military does not mean they know how to shoot. So I use one of my jobs was to teach weapons courses, and holy God, the amount of people that I had to literally hand walk through to make sure that they got the basic minimum for qualifications.
Oh boy.
Was absolutely insane. Like literally when you hear authors say they couldn't hit a person 8 feet in front of them, that is absolutely true.
That's really close as well.
Yes. It's absolutely insane.
LBF, Alex knows how to shoot railguns, not handguns.
True.
Right.
But he didn't have, he's clearly never been in hand-to-hand combat before.
He
Which
likes
is that
the big
basically
guns.
was.
Which is surprising because you'd think that would have been quintessential Martian.
You should receive
He
hand-to-hand.
did mention that he was not a pilot on the big ships. He was more of a freighter pilot.
Sure.
Yeah. So
But,
he
doesn't
probably
everybody I would assume that Martian's military
what's the basic
structure
training?
would have been based off of
he's probably
Earth's
shot a gun,
military
but
structure,
never
so
in
everybody would have
combat.
gone through basic training.
Yeah.
That's all.
If you don't
Again-
use it for 10 years, it's like anything, right? You just
Yeah.
lose your skills.
And I will say, shooting without being shot at is very different. So,
Yeah, sure.
when you have
imagine it
bullets
is.
flying at you is very different than just sitting on a safe range where literally everybody stops firing when you go down range to collect your target. So there is zero chance of people getting hit by bullets. That is a very safe environment. There is zero risk. Negligible risk. I will not say zero risk.
Yes, that's true,
Negligible risk, which is very different than having bullets fly at you, especially when you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, you've got a console.
And you don't have that mental talking and all right, we're gonna get in a firefight, so here's what's gonna happen. Let's talk our way through it and have some sort of expectation.
Were you guys expecting that firefight there? When they went into that room, did you think
honestly,
something was going to happen there?
When they walked in and that woman was there, I was like, this don't feel good. That felt like I didn't expect a full-on firefight, but it felt like a trap.
Yeah, good comment here from Rapunzel. I read it as a bit of PTSD hitting him. That's valid, right?
And they all have a
Talking about
lot
Alex,
of PTSD going on from what they were in, let alone what happened in their past. And we don't know a lot about their past.
Yeah,
that's true.
Agreed.
Yeah, we don't know a lot about anybody's background.
We need more time with our people. Now they're not getting blown up on every ship they get on.
But,
I mean, it's almost like we need 7 more books of them.
Yeah, so
you
we
saying
know
they'll
that
stick
they
around
got
7 more
attacked.
books?
We know they're still in danger. Obviously, those people were sent by somebody. We know that whomever sent them was high enough up to be able to erase their presence from the security system in Eros.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem like that big of a leap because Eros was presented as a skeevy place to begin with. So
Yeah.
but
it didn't seem like it had the primo of security, especially because it's just all changed to a bunch of, rookie cowboys, basically.
Yeah. So Semitemba is just basically hey, this is really frustrating, Miller. You brought all this bullshit to my door. And Miller's like, yeah, you should call the coroner. But what I think Miller should be saying is you also need to put us in protective custody. Because
I feel like he kind of did, where he's that's the guy who started the war and should be dead, but isn't.
Right. And Semitemba should be just okay, you and you and you, let's all go get you to a safe house as much as we possibly can. But it's tricky.
So what do you think Miller was really asking him to do?
I think Miller, in not so much words, was trying to be these are not people you could just have hanging around. Viewing.
Bless it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bless you. Oh my goodness.
Gesundheit.
Three for three full talk.
Yeah, three thought. I think he was, in that not saying it out loud cop sort of way, being that guy's important. Pay attention. something needs to be done. Don't just leave him hanging, and considering the situation.
Don't say we were here.
Yeah, without being like, I need you to put us in fucking protective custody and not tell us all type thing. He's basically said that.
Yeah, but he, Miller told him, and then Semi-Timba was like, let me help you. And then Miller was like, nah. He's like,
yeah, because he's just like, what I need is just, we need to okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, pretend like we weren't even here is what Miller told us.
Not pretend that we weren't here. Pretend you don't know me.
No, it says, forget me. What happened was you got a call, you found the place, you don't know me, you don't know them, you don't know
Yeah,
what
so
happened.
Miller's saying, don't say that you know me, because then you'll have a personal connection to this. He's trying to
protect his cop buddy.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, he's not saying forget about the incident. He's saying, remember do all the investigations you need to do.
Right.
Don't get dug into this, because see this famous person over here who's supposed to be dead, this shit is real, and I told you shit was real, and now it's getting even realer.
Yeah, which means Semi-Timba's dead, right?
Oh, so you're airlocking Semi-Timba?
Semi-Timba.
Whoa.
Semi-Timba's.
I'm
he
being
seems
struck.
like too good of a guy to
Yeah, he
survive.
does. Yeah.
Semi-Timba is gonna get.
Well, that was going to be one of my questions. Are we going to see him again? So
Semi-Timba, I think so, because Semi-Timba is not going to be able to leave it alone, because Semi-Timba is he's a good cop.
It's been a while since we've airlocked somebody.
and he's gonna get airlocked for digging too deep.
Yeah, and Miller's gonna feel real bad about that.
Yeah, and he is gonna have to call Haley back. He's gonna need more. He's gonna need more favors.
Holden's arms.
Yeah,
okay, so speaking of Miller and his emotional connections, what did you guys actually think about the meet cute that we've been predicting for a while? And as Skater put it, more like a MEAT as opposed to the MEET meet cute.
Mel, you can go first.
I would have preferred a more cerebral meet cute as opposed to an action-based meet cute, because it feels like a lot of things get masked when Miller saves their lives, right? Miller saves all of them and Holden's like, "Oh, you sexy beast, you saved me." But there's not a lot of nuance there, right? And I think I would have been more interesting if Miller had handcuffed Holden or whatever, and then
befriended him in a
they
bar.
would have had to
Oh, excuse me, I was swallowing as you said that.
They would have ended up handcuffed together, and Miller would have thrown the keys down the sewer, and then they would have been locked together, and then they would have had to become friends, because Miller would. And
then make ceramics.
He's like, I'm not gonna let you out of my sight.
So you want them to go down sewers together, is what you're saying?
I think it was. I mean, it makes sense, but it was also way too convenient.
But they might have to go down the sewers and find the placentamon, so maybe they'll have their little meet cute.
Yeah, maybe they'll flush themselves
It felt
down the toilet.
a little more.
Yeah, Holden's now clearly in Miller's debt, right? Because Miller saved them.
I mean,
so it's
Amos would definitely think that. Yeah,
it's an interesting position for Holden to be put in, considering he has short man syndrome. So how is he going to react?
He already felt bad enough about being in Fred's debt, didn't he? So
definitely velvet handcuffs. Yep.
Yes. It felt a little more cerebral on Miller's part for me, because he was taking the time to sort of pay attention to the details of everybody and not reveal too much about himself in the process.
Sure.
So it's not obviously the actual cerebral meet cute we would have liked, but it didn't just be bang, I save you, we friends. It felt that on Miller's part, there's a little bit more I'm gonna just kind of assess and take my time, be a little standoffish. I kind
of like this for Miller, because it gives Miller a chance to make some new friends who don't know that he's a fuck up. Right?
That's true. Well, now maybe him and
But
Holden.
they could get them into problems, yes?
They can bond over their love for being creepy over women. So
Yeah, can we
Yeah.
just really quick, like, is it weird that at this parallel time that Holden is like fantasizing about Naomi? And by the way, he says, and this really pissed me off, and then what? Then she ruined it because she talked to
You
him.
ruined
and,
it.
like,
I know.
Yeah.
I was so
That was
pissed.
just like, what is
I was
that
like,
even
fuck
fucking
you,
mean?
asshole.
Oh, I'm
She
sure
ruined it
the
'cause she
real
talked.
version of your
Without
fantasy
her.
fucked up your fantasy.
Did it come? Did that line come from the manosphere or some shit? Like, oh my god.
I know. But then also on the flip side, then, Miller's having these fantasies about Julie and him. I mean, the last chapter last week about them walking
They
around,
just
all this shit.
deserve
Like,
each other, those
they
two.
just, right. I think this meet cute maybe they should be together. Like, they should just stop fantasizing and get with the real deal.
Look, I
How
kind of
else do you
joked
read that
when I
line
said
that
the
she
whole thing.
fucked it up by talking. Like, how
You
else
don't
do
read that any other way. Like,
you
He's
can't read that
gross.
any other way, right? Ugh.
It's gross.
I'm so
is
sorry
gross.
that the real version of your fantasy has fucked up your fantasy.
yeah, it's
No, it was.
What is wrong with you?
Boo. That's a
Short
thumbs
man?
down,
yeah,
Holden.
definitely
Frickin'
Very
short
big thumbs
man.
down.
so much toe.
So yeah. And, okay, so we were answering that question earlier.
Yes,
Okay.
that's, yeah. The both of them have a lot of fucking toe for that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I do. Oh, go ahead, Mel.
No, I was just gonna move into our normal
Our
question.
closing
Yes.
question.
Before we get there, I just want to say props to Overseers and Heather for coming up with 2 trademark names for Julie.
Oh yes.
Heather has called her Placenta Mom. Now is she Placenta Mom? And then Overseers says is Placenta Woman. Was that what she is now? The Placenta Woman. That's very
Placenta woman.
1980s television show. I love that. So
I love
Yeah.
it.
some names
I
to
love
think about. Maybe put in the comments what you like best.
Maybe, yeah.
Placenta
And,
Mom
and we got
or
a
Placenta
we got a-
Woman.
we got a Tolden.
Oh,
Yes.
Tolden. Yeah.
Holden.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes. Yeah, Tolden. Yeah.
Mhm.
Tolden. Yeah.
I wanted
Nice.
to give token Wetlander to Alex.
Yes.
Not knowing what to do in a firefight
Yes.
and
Yeah,
just like freezing up. That feels very Wetlander.
That does feel
I
very
mean,
well.
to
I
be
agree.
fair, like real me, that's probably what I would do. But like, I feel like, yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was like a really real reaction. And I also was entertained at thinking about the dice rolls that enabled Alex to like just be a frozen mess on the ground.
Yeah. I want to give some G to Alex for being like, that ain't a gun, this is a gun. Not Alex, sorry, Amos.
Amos.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
no,
Amos
lots of
being
G
like,
to
that ain't a gun,
Amos.
this is a gun.
Yeah.
I want to give him some G for that, being like, regardless of the size of your gun, it's just to have that as your reaction. It was like pretty standard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a spear? I got a spear, let's go.
Yeah.
It felt very, very ideal there.
I also kind of want to give some props to like lady who's like the plant lady, like all by herself. She doesn't know who's gonna walk in, and she's just like, yeah, you guys come with me. Like, I feel like that's pretty ballsy.
And she snuck up on them.
She snuck up on them.
Yeah.
Even
Like,
Amos.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
Amos,
Holden
who
turns
was
around,
on
half a sentence,
alert,
like, oh,
you know?
yeah.
I feel
Well,
Yeah,
like
how did she get
like-
from reading? She was like reading her communication device or something, and then she was just standing there
we
with the
were
gun.
watching it from Holden's perspective, but it was enough to fool Amos enough that she was able to like draw a gun and like sneak up on all of them.
Absolutely.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
There
ideal.
was some skill there, definitely.
Yeah.
So, is that all our questions?
What's the biggest IO moment, I think?
The most ideal moments.
The biggest Aiel moment is when the knife stabbed out of Julie's body.
That's what I was gonna say too. Agreed.
And I guess that
The
would also
biggest
go along with probably
stabbiest moment.
stabbiest moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's definitely a stabby moment. Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Her ribs and spine had grown spurs like knives.
Oh,
Yeah.
ow. Oh, that just sounds so painful.
Stabby.
That is stabby. Yeah.
So
All right.
stabby.
And we've made predictions and we have airlocks, so we're doing well. Shockingly, folks, we have a Holden chapter, and I'm guessing a Miller
What?
chapter. And
I don't
then
believe it.
a Miller chapter, chapters 25 and 26 for next week.
No.
When do you think? Okay,
Jordan
No.
Con is next
when do you
week.
2
think
weeks.
Holden and Miller are gonna share a bed?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, so
Rob
Yes.
has been very token Wetlander and fucked up dates. So sorry.
It's okay.
no. Just
No, you
there's
didn't fuck up
There's
dates.
events going on, life going on, and we decided as a group that so next week is JordanCon, and we had made a decision that we weren't going to. JordanCon is a Thursday night, even though I'm the only one physically going. A lot of our foldies are going to be there, and we're just going to take a break next week. And then we will be back the following week. But Rob is working Memo's event, which is amazing. That's so cool.
I'm working. Memo is doing an artistic retreat, and last year when they were organizing it, I jokingly, because it was a joke initially and then became a serious thing, I said, "I'll come and cook," and then everyone was down for that, and it became a serious offer, and I said yes, and so I am flying out on the 16th to handle the catering at Memo's artistic retreat in Italy. So I will actually be away the week after JordanCon. Like I literally am away like the 16th to the 26th or something like that. So
we will still have a show. We haven't decided on what the topic is, but we will not be doing chapters because we can't do it without our first time readers.
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't be.
We don't want to. We don't want to. And
No, we don't want to.
Also, for those of you who know about the chapters that are upcoming, we don't want to do it without you, Rob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. As Spud, you have 3 weeks to draw because
Yes.
we are skipping our show on the 16th. I will not be here on the 23rd.
So we'll have some sort of
So
alternative.
There'll be an
engagement.
alternative episode of some kind. So now you have until April 30th to draw the next drawing. Yes, I will be back and I will be read and I will be pumped to talk about apparently these two very key chapters that are about to come up. So yeah.
Love
Why
it.
did you laugh at is key coming to that?
No, I'm excited now. I didn't
Yeah.
know what was coming, and now
That
I'm
was
excited to
Mel.
read them.
That was not me or me.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
was
did
like,
not make.
awesome.
We did
I'm
not
excited.
make faces. We did not make
Two
noises.
chapters that are worth 3 weeks of wait.
Yeah, that's a lot. I agree. So, okay. Thank you so much to everyone who has watched and listened and stuck around and made it through the weird time that happened this week, even for our own standards.
What are you talking about?
It got super
Very
unhinged at one.
normal.
I hope you've enjoyed. Please strike up a comment, hit up the Discord server, leave posts and comments there. It'd be really cool if you commented on the YouTube video. A shout out, huge ramen rattle to Skeeter for commenting week in, week out without failure. So thank you very much, Skeeter, earning himself some G there. I will let the rest of you feel however you choose to feel from hearing that.
Have fun at JordanCon. Oh my god, have fun.
It helps with
Yes.
the engagement and it helps it reach other fans. So
Yeah, and if you know an Expanse fan or if you see an Expanse fan somewhere, please go and say, hey, go and watch on Thursday nights or listen, because people will enjoy. I literally had someone comment on the video on TikTok that I posted earlier today being like, oh my God, I was so confused when the real name for the restaurante, because it was someone else was saying it in the clip, Mel. And they were like, I was so confused when this came up in my Wheel of Time settings, and then I realized it's two of my favorite worlds colliding, and I was so happy. So
Aww.
yeah, please go and share, and if you see an Expanse person, be like, hey, we've got some first time readers enjoying it. So yeah, send them our way. It would be a lot of fun.
Love that,
Not that
Patrick.
we just want to keep expanding the fan base here. So yeah.
That's right.
See what you did there.
Yeah, and I think that's about it. So I will see you in 3 weeks, everybody. But these beautiful ladies who have so much G will see you in 2. Unless you're going to be at JordanCon, and then you'll see that one in a week.
Yay.
So, but we love you.
Everyone.
We miss you. And as we like to say around here, until next time, may you always find love, water, and shade. Bye.
May you always find love, water, and shade.